There's a contrasting difference of how Triple H books his women's division versus how Shawn Michaels books his women's division. And Triple H is more focused on work rate with his female wrestlers. He's more focused on not much the story. The story is kind of secondary, and so is the character. It's more about the quality of the wrestling more than anything. With Shawn Michaels' women's division, I feel like the wrestling quality of everything, that comes second. The work rate, that comes second or third behind the storytelling and the character work. The character development, to me, it takes front center stage when it comes to the NXT women's division. Shawn Michaels, and what I've noticed when it comes to his booking is that he likes to present more colorful characters on his shows, which it's very refreshing to see that because it would be boring as hell to just have all work rate wrestlers. You can't have this be New Japan Pro Wrestling. You can't just have this be, um, when it comes to women's wrestling, like Stardom. It's always about the wrestling. There's nothing to go along with it. You know, it's like having a damn hamburger and you ain't got the fries with the meal. You ain't got the drink with the meal. And to run down the NXT women's division, there's a variety of different characters on the show. It's like every woman has a unique personality. They all feel different. They all look different. They all talk different. None of these women in NXT talk the same. There was a time when you had a women's division on the main roster and everybody talked the same. Everybody looked the same. Everybody did the same thing. And it's like it was so boring to watch and there's nothing interesting. And when it comes down to NXT has always had a top notch women's division alongside TNA. TNA has always had, uh, you know, just a star quality type of division and of unique personalities, you know, unique characters, and women that can actually wrestle. Compared to the main roster, it's always been an up and down, slippery slope. It's like it's good one week, next week it's not. It's very inconsistent when it comes to the women on the main roster. And Triple H, for some reason, thinks that he's booking the women's division how he wants it in NXT, not realizing this is Raw and SmackDown. And you can't recreate that NXT magic anymore with a Becky Lynch, a Shayna Baszler, who is now gone, a Bayley, a Charlotte Flair, um, a Lyra Valkyria. I mean, she was in NXT under Shawn Michaels. I didn't really watch her under Shawn Michaels, but clearly Triple H likes Lyra Valkyria a lot. Um, a lot of the women that Triple H used to manage in NXT, they don't got that same flavor anymore. It's not hitting how it used to anymore. And I just see a lot of inconsistencies with how the women's division on the main roster is being booked and being presented. The tag team division, I still think we need to get rid of that altogether. There's no need for a women's tag team titles. But the truth of the matter is Shawn Michaels, or should I say Chef Shawn Michaels, he knows what he's doing when it comes to the ladies and how to book them and how to manage them. He does it way better than Triple H at this point. And even back in NXT 2.0, it's like the women down there were still better than the ones in the main roster, right? It's like the women in NXT have always outshined the women that were on the main roster. And guess what? The women in NXT still are still outshining the women on the main roster today. It still hasn't changed, right? NXT will always have the best women's division, the best women's roster. Hell, NXT is what birthed the women's evolution in WWE in the first place. It's responsible. for why we have a Charlotte Flair, a Becky Lynch, a Bayley, okay, a Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, a Bianca Belair. Like NXT is the reason why the women are took it more serious as much as the guys are. Why they're even considered on the same level playing field as the men are. It's all because of NXT and Shawn Michaels. He's taken that women's division and he's made it different. He's made it unique. He's made it his own. And to be honest, I don't want to see any of those women get drafted to Raw or SmackDown because I know for a fact Triple H will fumble with a favor from Shawn Michaels, right? Because Triple H has his favorites in the women's division. He has his favorites. So I can't imagine him giving JC Jane the women's championship. I can't imagine him giving Nikita Lyons a chance or giving Kalani Jordan a title reign. I can't picture him giving Lash Legend anything meaningful. A lot of those women in NXT should just stay in NXT because they're much better off. At this point, we should just treat NXT as a third brand. It's no longer a developmental brand, at least not no more. Because to me, they're treating it like a third brand. And a lot of those women are way better than the ones in the main roster. They show more upside, they show more potential, especially Jada Parker. Jada Parker to me is the next Bianca Belair in terms of star power, upside, potential. You know, she's going to be a main eventer. I'm calling it now. She's going to be a WrestleMania main eventer. And Lash Legend if she's given the chance as well. But I think Jada Parker just has it all. Like, to me, she has the whole package. And a lot of those women in NXT, they're well seasoned. They have really stepped up their game. And it's like, I'm just going to call it like it is. Shawn Michaels books a way better women's division than Triple H does. I mean, Vince McMahon, him and Vince McMahon combined. I mean, Vince McMahon never really cared about women's wrestling at all. He did not value it. So, he didn't really give it much attention. He had his own views, perspectives on women's wrestling. Shawn Michaels, he focused on not just the in-ring quality, not the work rate, but he focuses on presenting colorful characters and gimmicks and storytelling and just building meaningful angles. You know, it's like every woman in NXT right now has a story. Every one of them has something different going on. It's like no one in that division feels like they're left behind. No one in that division feels out of place. No one in that division is not meeting up to a standard. It's like every one of those women are fucking killing it, and that's the truth.